Right. Welcome to our team call tonight, you guys. Our guest speaker, I'll give a brief intro because I know that some of you guys are brand new on this call. So if you don't know their name, Raina Odell, she is my upline coach, and she's the leader of the Lux Republic. So I get a lot of questions recently around different teams and whatnot. All of you guys have an upline coach and they have a team name. And then you're also part of Team Supercharged because I'm somewhere in their upline and that's our team. And since Raina is my coach, all of us are also a part of the Lux Republic. And she led the Lux Republic to be a top 10 team last year. And she's pushing for it again, is super, super close this year in these last few weeks of December. So she is like insanely knowledgeable about everything Beachbody, and especially knowing how to reach out to people and put your business first and be consistency. And I asked you guys to give us some questions for Raina specifically so she can target that on the team call tonight. And then if you guys have any questions at the end or maybe throughout it, whenever you have questions, type it in the chat and then we can get to that as well. So Raina, feel free to unmute yourself and share your story or jump right in.
Awesome. Thank you. Hope you don't mind me being like super casual tonight. And if anybody has questions, like literally just unmute and we can just have like a big conversation. It's so much more comfortable for me to do that versus like teaching, which is why I loved getting the questions beforehand so I could literally just go through and answer questions. So I am in the car right now. I'm picking up my dad from the airport shortly. So I was like, I'm going to get in a little Wi-Fi zone and hop on this call. So thank you guys for being patient and not caring that I'm not in like this formal desk or anything like that. I'll just dig in. Do you want me to share my story at all or just dig into everything?
I think most people on here have heard your story, so you can probably dig in. And then if anyone has questions about who she is, where she came from, you can ask that as a question and she can dig in a little deeper on that.
Perfect. Well, I'm just going to go through some of the questions, if that's okay. I'm just going to dig into the questions and we'll go from there. And again, unmute if you guys have any questions at all or you want me to expand on something or if I'm not, making it clear enough as to what the description is that I'm even talking about. First question that Sam had posted was, you did the strong and weak leg already? Okay. Yeah. So there was a question about whether, how to help her understand her strong leg and weak leg. So typically, this is probably one of the hardest things of coaching to grasp is the strong leg, weak leg, team cycle bonus, like all that kind of stuff. As a new coach, don't stress it. Like you're going to learn as you go 100%. Like as you start to rank advance and you hit emerald rank and diamond rank, you're going to see it physically in front of you happening as you place people and things like that. So don't stress left and right leg as much as just getting people in right now. Sam can guide you in that as far as what you need to get diamond rank and other things. But strong and weak leg, don't stress it. And I know Sam sent videos to whoever was asking about that. Fastest way to increase your monthly income as a coach. Okay, so before I go any further, I want to just throw this out there and just say it, that there is no secret to success in this business. There's not a way for me to give you this big secret on how to grow income or how to rank advance fast or how to do any of these things. That literally comes down to consistency. There's not a secret. There is no secret. And I know that's like the crappiest answer to hear is just be consistent. You want this big secret, this big tip that's going to just, make your business just explode, but there's not one out there. It literally just comes down to being consistent. So when asked, the fastest way to increase monthly income as a coach, it's to bring people on, obviously. It's to hit Success Club. Success Club is the bread and butter of this business. It is the no matter what in this business. And I was even talking to Brett, my husband, yesterday while the girls were in gymnastics. We were talking about just the team and coaches who were, doing well and maybe not doing so well. And he was like, it's crazy. We need to get coaches started, seeing income faster. That way, they're just hooked, right? Like for me, when I started, I made $243 in my first week. And I was like, done. Like I'm completely and totally addicted to this. I'm going to do the exact same thing every single week to grow it. but I did that by hitting Success Club. And I told him, I said, I think that's where a lot of coaches are missing the boat, is they're not, making Success Club as much a priority like it should be. We see it as a point system, as a recognition system, but what it really means is changing lives and actually building income. So if you're not hitting Success Club, it's going to be very, 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 very hard for you to actually build a residual income. You all know what Success Club is, I'm assuming. So, but yeah, the fastest way to build it, Success Club points. If you're shooting for Success Club 5, shoot for 10. If you hit 10 last month, shoot for 20 this month. The more Success Club points you have means you are bringing on more challengers. So that's residual Shakeology income there, or you're bringing in coaches, which are going to work the business, therefore turn into volume for you, therefore turning into more team cycle bonus. So just onboard, just bring people on, as many people as you possibly can. You have to just get in front of as many people as you possibly can. And I think I have a question of how to do that in a little bit. 3 tips for getting to diamond. Again, consistency, reaching out to people, bringing people on, hitting Success Club. There are people pushing for diamond who don't hit Success Club. And like, I have a diamond push group going right now. And I said, you might as well, don't even focus on diamond if you can't lock in Success Club, because that means, you have to bring people on to hit diamond. Spouse, 110%. If you are a newer coach and you don't have your spouse signed up, that's a must. Any family, any friends, anyone that you can get to help you out, or that wants to sign up, maybe even for the discounts. Okay. It's worth asking them, and it's worth reaching out to them. There's a video on our team training website called The Benefits of Signing Up Your Spouse or Significant Other. And I highly recommend you watch it if you haven't, but it just kind of breaks down the benefits of signing up your spouse and what that looks like long-term. No, they don't have to work the business, but you want that place held. 1, it's an easy emerald for when you are pushing to diamond, and 2, you're going to be able to double dip and earn double the income as you start to grow your businesses. So super important to have your spouse signed up if you haven't already. Tips to get to diamond outside of that, honestly, it's just about getting in front of as many people as you possibly can. It really is. If you guys aren't, 100% committed to your health and fitness journey, that's where you have to start. You have to make sure you push play every single day, no matter what. It's one of those things like Success Club, right? It's a no matter what. Fitness and nutrition in this business is a no matter what. We can't expect other people to join us. You can't expect other people to want to work the business or want to be successful if we're not doing it ourselves, right? And yeah, that takes time. You're like, okay, well, I want to be successful now, but this isn't a quick business, right? This is a very, very slow business to grow. It really is. Contrary to what a lot of people think. It's not a get-rich-quick business. It takes time, just like your health and fitness journey. So you have to be able to invest that time. You have to have the patience. You have to have that drive to be consistent. And it's not easy. This business isn't easy. And if anybody told you it was, they lied. They did lie to you. Okay. The hardest thing we have to do, though, is focus on our journey. It really is. And that's hard. Right? It's hard to wake up and work out every single day. It's hard to wake up and eat right every single day. It's hard to wake up and remember to drink your shake and remember to take a picture of it and remember to post it on social media. Those things are hard. That's why people sell lashes and they sell leggings and they sell things like that, because that's easy, right? We are in the business of health and fitness. So if we aren't willing to commit to that, then you might as well just be dabbling in whatever you're dabbling in. Okay. So be willing 110% to commit in your health and fitness journey. And that's what's going to get you to diamond. That's what's going to grow your monthly income. Okay. That's what's going to develop that long-term success. It's being proof that what we actually offer works. Okay. Easy way to get attraction to your posts. So I started doing Facebook, mostly Facebook. I didn't have an Instagram. Snapchat was like to send naked pictures back and forth. It wasn't really, for anything business related. So I started with the Facebook. I grew up in a super small town. I literally had like 16 people in my graduating class. And so I had like 400, 500 friends on Facebook. Didn't know half of them. And so I started on Facebook. I opened a like page, but got nothing out of it. And I ended up closing it actually. And it's still inactive. that specific one anyway. So I primarily worked on my personal page. And again, I'm going to say a lot of the same things and I apologize, but it's so true. It was consistency. It was signing up on day one and announcing that I was a coach. It was showing up on day two, and I hadn't even gotten my challenge pack box yet, but I did like push-ups and took a picture. It was, day 3, day 4, day 5, all the way 3.5 years later into this business, I haven't missed a day of posting. Okay. That's how you get attraction to your posts, is being consistent. You also, and I know Sam does a really good training on this, have to find who you're talking to, right? You have to find out who your target audience is. And I will tell you, I didn't realize who my target audience was until probably 2 years into the business. Okay. Literally 2 years into the business. I had no idea. I was like, I attract everybody. I attract moms. I attract single women. I attract, corporate people. I attract students. I attract everybody. And I didn't have a good grasp on who specifically, like what personality traits, what, characteristics I was actually targeting. So you have to find that out too. And I talk a lot about, listing your 5 things, right? There's a lot of coaches that talk about finding your 5. Are you peeking?
Yes.
Ella's peeking your head through if you see a face. About finding your 5. So if you go to my Instagram, you'll see like under my profile, I actually have listed like what my 5 are. Not to like, it's more just a reminder, right? So I'll go to my Instagram and I'll say, okay, I need to make a post. What of those 5 things can I post? Because that's what my target audience wants to see. They want to see traveling. They want to see me being an entrepreneur. They want to see my graphic t-shirts. They want to see that I'm obsessed with fitness, and they want to see that I'm a foodie, right? That I love all kinds of food. And so that's what I post about. The exact same things every single day. Every single day I post a workout video. Every single day I post at least one of my meals. Every single day I post a graphic tee or something of some sort. Okay. Outside of that, it might be a selfie of me working on the couch. It might be something entrepreneurial, you know what I mean? Or a picture from us when we went to Belize or something. But it has to do with my 5, because that's what my target audience wants to see. Okay. Hey, stop for a second. Sorry. So I hope that makes sense. But that's really, you have to be very specific. You can't just post to post. Posting to post is a waste of time. Okay. Be very specific in who you're trying to attract. Are you a mom? Are you, do you stay home? Are you trying to attract, women working in corporate America? Like, who are you trying to attract? If you're trying to attract moms, post those pictures working out with your kids running around. Like those, mine are 8 and 10 and they just like sit on their iPads all day, but I still stop and like watch the ones with kids, running around, the workout videos and stuff like that. It still stops me in my tracks. So be very specific in your posts and very intentional in your posts whenever you're doing that. And that's how you find people, that'll be consistent at liking them and consistent at following you. Scripts for the challenge group. Sam said she shared that. It's also in Lux, in our Lux Republic team page. Ways to motivate your team. Bribe them. No, I'm just kidding. It depends on what your goals are. I mean, so for me, like it's very important for us to push to top 10 that people are hitting Success Club. So that's my main focus. My main focus is encouraging as many coaches as possible to hit Success Club. And so you just have to break it down for them. There are going to be people that you bring on that either get it or they don't, right? They're going to either take it and run with the training. They're going to take all the information and run with it and blow your mind, or they're going to take it and just sit on it, right? And do nothing. And those are the most frustrating kinds, because you see that potential in them so much, right? You see that potential. You know that they have it in them to do this and be successful at it, but they don't see it themselves. So constantly reminding them of their why. Why are you a coach? Why did you start? What is your goal in this? It's common to hear people, especially the success that we've had as a team, and even, Samantha quitting her job and things like that. Like we see these people all the time who are like, I don't want to work anymore. I want to bring my spouse home from work. I want to, do this full time. They have all these strong goals, but 6 months in or 2 months in or 3 months in, they forget those goals because the business gets hard, right? The business isn't going the way they want to. It's not, rainbows and butterflies, and people aren't just signing up left and right, and it gets hard. So they step back. And so I think, and I think that's the case with most new coaches or most coaches in general, whenever they start to slow down. So it just comes back again to reminding them of their why. Why did you start? What do you want from this? Is it, is a little bit of sacrifice now? Can you see, that it'll pay off in the future? And you have to remind them of that. Success Club wise and stuff like that, I offer prizes. I offer Success Club prizes every month. I understand as a new coach that that's not entirely possible, but if you have a couple coaches and they're both pushing for Success Club, $5 Starbucks gift card, things like that. I am very motivated. Kenzie, turn that down a little bit. Very motivated by prizes. I've always said that I'll do anything for a t-shirt. And so if you tell me that I'm going to get a tank top for hitting Success Club, I'm going to kill everyone and move everyone out of my way to get that t-shirt. And so that's how I think, maybe that's my love language. I don't know, but that's like how I treat my team too. And I'm like, why are you not pushing for a tank top? Oh my gosh. So find out who, you're coaching. Find out who your coaches are. We do the GEM test. I don't know if Samantha takes you guys through that or not, but it's the personality test where I like it because you can really identify who you're actually working with, right? You have Ruby coaches, you have Sapphire coaches, you have Emerald coaches and Pearl coaches, and every single personality type is different, and they're all motivated by different things. So I can't go to a Pearl coach and be like, I'll give you a tank top for hitting Success Club. They're going to be like, I don't care about that. So identify who you're actually working with. And it's easy when you have just a few coaches and maybe you're pushing for Diamond, have them do that GEM test, find out exactly what motivates them, and then offer that. I'll do anything for a t-shirt. I'm not even kidding. How to help your coaches hit Success Club. There you go. Show them the value in it. Show them the value in it. Success Club equals income. That's it. And it's not, I feel like there's this, I don't know. I don't even know what the word is, but just this bad rep maybe for wanting to say that you're motivated by income or wanting to, admit that maybe you're in this for income. There is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I joined for accountability in the very beginning, maybe for a week. And then I was like, holy crap, I can make income. Let's do it. You know what I mean? And then income became my motivation. So there's nothing wrong with being motivated by earning some income in this business. And so if you have those coaches that want that or need that, okay, remind them that it comes with Success Club. Success Club is how you build income in this business. It's also how, I don't even know what I was going to say. Success Club. Motivate them to hit Success Club. Okay, stop. How do you get more traction on your posts besides coach friends? So I started with Facebook. I still do Facebook a little bit to this day. I do a like page now. I am maxed out on friends or nearly maxed out on friends. So I filter pretty good through my personal page and don't add a lot of people anymore. But I don't know if you guys primarily work on Instagram or not, but thank you. Sorry, let me pull up my note here. Yeah, so with Instagram, it's all about hashtags, right? Everything's about hashtags. So I tend to stay away from using hashtag like Beachbody or hashtag Shakeology or hashtag, Beachbody Coach or Team Beachbody and things like that, because that's automatically going to bring coaches to you, correct? As far as Facebook, I still attract a lot of coaches. I don't accept coaches anymore as friends. So I have an assistant now who goes through my friend requests and accepts or declines, but I have her stalk the people before she actually accepts it and make sure that they're not a coach or that they are a coach. And then I just decline their friend request if they're a coach. But I feel like that question's geared maybe more towards Instagram. So hashtags. Be very specific in what you're hashtagging, right? Not using Beachbody related hashtags, but maybe, even fitness related hashtags, you're still going to find coaches. I still find that, a lot of coaches like my stuff, which is okay. But just, again, hashtag. I don't know what other way to answer that other than just, don't use Beachbody related hashtags. Will you sit down?
No.
Yes. Ella, sit down. Go away. Okay. And increase income. Yeah, it was all the same questions. Anybody have any other questions or topics you want me to, I don't know. I didn't even see the chat actually.
I did one other one. How do you build emeralds, or how do you motivate coaches to get to emerald was another one.
Same. I mean, Emerald is one of those ranks that is typically very easy to hit, but a lot of coaches overthink it. So you have to kind of simplify it and present it. Like if you're trying to get your coaches to hit Emerald, present it like it's no big deal. Like you just need two people, sign up your husband and someone else. Right. And I'm always making sure that I'm telling them to make sure your husband is signed up. Husband, no matter what, that gets you halfway to Emerald. And explain the benefits, explain that when they do get a challenge pack, they get 2 Success Club points from it. They get commission back on that. They get halfway to Emerald, and they can sell their Shakeology packets if they wanted to, get packets instead of bag and sell them as samples or something to make their money back. So again, what are their goals in the business? Find out what their goals are, find out what motivates them. And if Emerald is a part of that, then they'll do it or not,
It was a private message, so I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but someone said tougher when you're single. So in that case, who would you suggest you sign up?
You've got a mom, you've got a dad, you've maybe got a boyfriend. I don't know. It doesn't matter if you have a boyfriend or not, but you guys have to, I didn't get to where I am just because I signed my husband. Okay. I got to where I am because I was consistent and I reached out to as many people as possible. So if you don't have a husband, it's fine, or a spouse or whatever, it's fine. Keep going. Who would you reach out to outside of your spouse? Okay.
Another question. What was the hardest thing for you starting out as a coach?
Probably getting over what people thought, I would say. I've always been very quiet and speak when spoken to, and I wasn't ever a very outgoing person or anything like that. And so for me to start sharing workout pictures and pictures of my body and transformation pictures and things like that, it was very scary. I actually got a lot of negative feedback in the beginning, publicly, people calling me out on Facebook and going to my pastor and stuff like that. It was a big mess. And so that was probably the biggest hurdle that I had to get over. But I shared my 30-day progress pictures when that happened. I was in a sports bra and bikini bottoms. And ever since then, you can ask Brett, he's like, you were a different person from that point forward. It mentally changed me to have people just looking at you and judging you and assuming the worst. And I know that's a common fear with a lot of new coaches is, they're scared of what people are thinking, or that they're going to judge them, or that they're going to get, whatever. But I've let it, ever since then, ever since my 30-day progress pictures, it's kind of just been a thing where I'm I'll just let it fuel my fire, and I don't care, not to say I don't care what people think, but I'm not going to let it determine my success. You know what I mean? I think that's something that holds a lot of new coaches back.
Yeah. Someone says, Diamond Push Group, where do I sign up? Do you let other people join, or just for your personally sponsored coaches?
It's just IPS coaches, but tell us to run one. That's funny.
All right. Any other questions, you guys? I don't think I'm scrolling through. I think I hit them all.
Somebody said this is my favorite team call to date. You guys are so funny. I literally feel like I didn't give any value other than hit Success Club. So funny.
Do you think it's a good idea to sign everyone up as a discount member?
I do. I think it is very smart, and a lot of people struggle with that, I think, because they're giving up that immediate residual income from Shakeology. When you're signing up discount coaches or coaches in general, you don't get that reoccurring monthly Shakeology commission. But to me, I look long term, and I know that team cycle bonus is going to outweigh that small Shakeology commission. Okay, so again, if you're not bringing on very many people immediately, it's going to be hard to swallow that and hard to give that up. But thinking long term, I recommend doing it for sure, 100%.
And you guys, I have Raina's scripts on how she, the last thing she says right before she signs people up, and she gives them the option of option 1 is discount member, option 2 is regular, and she has the whole script for it. Ever since I've been using that, 99% of my prospects sign up as a discount member. So if you don't have that, it's in Raina's scripts document in our files tab.
I have my own document.
Yeah. How do I keep my challenge group different and interesting each month? What posts do you love doing in challenge groups?
I've never been one to really enjoy challenge groups. I've never really been good at them. So that's not my strong suit. But I started a group, I think it was in September, just an ongoing, it's called my Lifestyle Accountability Group. It's an ongoing group. I add people in every single time they order a challenge pack, coach or not. They're added into that group. And it's been the most exciting group I've probably ever had. And all I do is I go live in there every single day, and I spend about 5 minutes just basically being like, I ate this, I did this, I worked out, I feel like crap, or I feel great. About 5 minutes every single day I go live in there. I share every single meal in there, and I share every single workout selfie after my workout in there, and they do the exact same. They're constantly sharing recipes, constantly sharing their food that they had that day, constantly sharing sweaty selfies, and I think that's been the most exciting group so far. And it's not like I'm, having these scheduled posts being like, what's your motivation today or anything like that, because that can get kind of cheesy. It's literally just real and raw, and are you struggling today, and what'd you have, and who binged on Thanksgiving, and like that kind of stuff. So I think that's been the best one so far.
And is that a Facebook group?
It is. Yeah, I did the challenge tracker for a couple months, but I feel like the engagement on that wasn't as good as it was on Facebook, so I went back to Facebook.
And do you keep people in there even after like 3 months later and stuff?
I do. Now, if it's someone who I get a cancellation from or something like that, then I'll take them out. But I typically just leave. I have so far just left everybody else in there.
How do you successfully lead a co-ed challenge group? I'm scared.
I honestly don't. You can. I think it's possible, but I don't ever target men. And if I have men come to me, they very rarely, honestly, never do what they say they're going to do, or they never show up, they never post, they never do it at all. So 9 times out of 10 now, I send them to my husband, and I'm like, check in with this guy every once in a while because they don't listen to me. So I literally don't even accept men as friends anymore. Men are not my target audience. They're not who I connect with. They're not who I relate to. So I don't usually run co-ed groups. So I am not very good to give advice at that. But again, keep it simple. I wouldn't be like, what's your deepest struggle today? I wouldn't do that, but I would be like, let's share workout pictures, let's share meals and things like that men would probably be more likely to do. You know what I mean?
I agree. I have some leads that were men, and those guys do participate in my groups. And I don't make anything too girly, and then I think it's fine. But men I don't know. I feel like men is an untapped market, but any guy that I've had sign up, even the ones that were like, I'm going to bring you to a top 10 team and we're going to be awesome together, they've never done anything. So
no. Oh, you hear that all the time. The guys typically are like, we're going to do amazing. And then they don't do anything.
They're attack
nothing.
You have the group in addition to the 21-day challenge groups, or only the ongoing group?
I have only the ongoing group. Yeah.
I had one guy in my group this month and totally agree. The girls were consistently sharing and participating.
Yeah. Guys are hard.
Yeah. How do you avoid attracting health and fitness coaches? This is a good one. On Instagram, I don't use Beachbody or the like, but I attract mostly businesses or other coaches.
I would try, I don't know. I would probably want to look at your profile. I don't know. Is it what you're posting? Is it the content that you're sharing? Maybe get a little bit more unique. I don't know. I think it's the tackiest thing ever when I go to someone's Instagram. Maybe they comment and I'm like, oh, is this person a coach? I don't know. So I go to their profile and it's like Shakeology selfies and just these salesy, tacky pictures all over. And don't get offended if that's you, but that typically attracts coaches, right? It's not attracting people who want to move their business forward because they see that Shakeology label and they're like, salesy. You know what I mean? They're like, tacky, done, not following it, not paying attention to that. So probably, without knowing who even asks that or what your profile looks like, I would probably say change up your content and make sure you're just sharing more lifestyle versus Shakeology Beachbody coach, if that makes sense.
Do you post in the ongoing group daily? Yep, she said that.
I
Or
do.
still run 21 or 30-day groups. Yeah, so she just does the ongoing group and she posts daily.
Yeah.
Favorite apps to use for your business and grabbing attention?
For like photos?
Probably.
I use WordSwag a lot. I love Rana. I've used Rana forever. That's typically it for pictures. Rana and WordSwag are usually my go-to. I use Enlight. It's what is it spelled? ENLIGHT. I think it's like $3.99 for like a lot of the lighting and stuff like that, because it's really good as far as like brightening pictures and stuff like that. I use Video Shop for my videos, like to speed them up, slow them down, crop them, all that stuff, and then I put it together with Pick, Play, Post. So those are typically my go-tos. Yeah.
Put that in the chat for you guys.
Oh, do you want to run the team call?
All right,
I
guys.
do.
There's a few more questions, then Raina has to go. Did your dad come in yet? I feel bad if we're keeping you from him.
No, it's okay. He landed just a little bit ago, but I'm 5 minutes from the airport, so it's fine.
Okay.
You're good.
Any last minute questions? Feel free to unmute yourself too.
I've got one because I couldn't figure out how to word it. But as far as active coaches, where do you feel like you get them from? Like, do you feel like they're discount coaches turned active, challengers turned coach, or just coaching right off the bat? Where do you feel like you're really getting the bulk of your active coaches who are sticking around and working the business?
Now, definitely from challenge groups, 110%. I spent all of 2014 and 2015 trying to recruit people for the business without focusing on health and fitness, and it backfired completely because I have like literally a handful of people from 2014 and 15 that are actually doing anything. It's 2013, like Sam and other people, like a few other people that actually are the ones that have seen that success because they focused on the health and fitness first. So 2016 has definitely been a year of rebuilding for me, and I've definitely been focusing on getting them into a challenge group, making them fall in love with the workouts and Shakeology, and then being like, girl, you need to be coaching. Like, you're already doing it. You know what I mean? But it's definitely been a transition to go back to that versus posting about freedom and lifestyle and money and all these things that people want, but they're not really willing to work for it, and they don't believe in what we're doing yet. So that makes it hard. Yeah. Hope that answered your question. Okay.
All right, you guys, I don't see any more questions in the chat. So if you guys do have any other questions, feel free to just message me and then I'll message Raina and get back to you. But thank you, Raina, for your time, even though you're at the airport and so busy all of the time.
No, I hope it helps somebody. So
Definitely. Thank you again, and thank you everyone for watching.
Bye. I can see you. Bye.
Bye, girls.
thanks, guys.
See ya.